Dragons? Dragons, you say? This isn't Game of Thrones, but we will be having a BDSP Wi-Fi battle versus none other than the Dragon Master himself, Hef Nasty. Let's get into this battle. Dragons! Alright guys, let's get into this battle here versus Hef Nasty. He's going to bring in a Garchomp, well we're going to bring in an Uxie. Now you guys know with my Uxie, there's only one of two things I'm going to do. There is either going to be a Yawn or there's going to be a Stealth Rock. At this time, I'm going to actually opt in for the Yawn because right now we're up against a lead Garchomp here. We don't have any idea what this Garchomp is capable of. Yes, they are beastly Pokemon, but as a lead, you're probably going to see some sort of a setup here. And that's exactly what he ends up going to do. He's going to go in and get those rocks off, get those entry hazards going, but you know what? We actually stop him dead in his tracks. That Yawn is making that Pokemon drowsy. He's going to swap in to Latias. Now with Latias onto the field, that free swap in here basically allows us to get that Stealth Rock set up, which is a great entry hazard to have to break any kind of sashes. Now in comes the Draco Meteor, and luckily we survive. I'm actually pretty sure that this Latias has a choice spec attached, because I don't really see it swapping too many attacks out. Hef, is it choice spec, or do you have a choice scarf onto it? Because I wasn't too sure. I'm pretty sure it's specs. However, he's actually going to go in and swap out Latias and go into the big brother Latios. Now Latios, of course, is another one of those Pokemon that can be a very difficult Pokemon to take. So we actually end up going back to our party. We send out Roserade. Now here's where I make my first mistake. I completely forgot about those Stealth Rocks, and it actually breaks my Focus Sash. I was really hoping to be able to survive like a Psychic or something here and then go for that Dazzling Gleam to get some decent damage off onto that Latios. But unfortunately, we actually end up foddering our Roserade. But that's okay because we are going into probably one of the most cool Pokemon of Generation 4, and that is Electivire. So with Electivire out onto the field, you can see from my set that it is mostly a special attacker. I usually run Electivire as a mixed set. In this situation here, I didn't really feel the need to put Earthquake onto the Electivire. That's what people are thinking. Okay, that's what they're going to expect from an Electivire, especially if it's mixed. So I opted in for the Focus Blast and then an Ice Punch to round it off. So we actually end up taking out Latios with that Ice Punch. Now, at this time, there's really not a whole lot that Electivire can do. I really don't want to swap out to a different Pokemon at this time, because quite frankly, a hit from a Garchomp is enough to just one-hit KO. So, we actually fodder off the Electivire, get a free switch in with the Gastrodon. Now Gastrodon onto the field here, it's a special defensive, it's bold, it's got a whole bunch of different effort values that are quite common on a Gastrodon. You know, if you have a Gastrodon, it's going to be able to survive some hits. So we end up going in for the Ice Beam here after we actually just took a Bulldoze, I think. It was either Bulldoze or Earthquake, I can't remember. The joys of talking commentary, right? I'm trying to do some post-commentary here. But we end up knocking out Garchomp, and in comes Kingdra, the King of Dragons. Now, Water-type moves, of course, won't be effective. Ice-type moves, they're going to be neutral, kind of. There's really not a whole lot of options here other than maybe going for some Earth powers. I did go for Ice Beam, and the reason I went for Ice Beam here is because I believe in the Hax Gods. According to Hef, I must pray to the Hax Gods. I must, do some Pokemon sacrifices or something. I don't know what it is, but I have some extremely good luck with hacks, and Hef is not afraid to remind me of that. So we get some Ice Beams off here, we get a couple of Earth powers, and in the meantime we're chatting away, yeah, I get a lot of hacks. Yes guys, I do rely on hacks. Hacks is one of those things that is just, it's gonna happen. If you use the right moves, there is a percentage chance that they are going to be reoccurring. There's parafusion, there's flinching, attract is a big one. If you guys watch a lot of my battles, you guys know attract is a big move that I use. And the reason I use that move, just to kind of give a little tidbit here, is because I'm going to say about 80 to 85% chances the opposing Pokemon is going to be a male Pokemon. I don't see a whole lot of female Pokemon other than the usual Latias or, a Gardevoir, those kind of things. But if you pay attention to the genders, it's very possible to use attract to your benefit. Enough about attract, that's completely outside of the battle here. We end up taking out Kingdra, he goes back into Latias, and we actually survive a Draco Meteor. Now, Draco Meteor, of course, is going to drastically drop the special attack power of that Latias. But you know what? I'm going to say 80% chance that this is a choice spec Latias. Because why else would you stay in with a Latias, right? Especially with a Draco Meteor. You know you're going to be capable of doing more damage because you have that choice spec. So we actually end up losing up Gastrodon into that round. We bring out Garchomp. Now, Garchomp I'm bringing out here because, well, I can try to trick him into thinking it's Choice Scarf, or, I can maybe try to live a hit. I don't know. So we go into Garchomp. That's the only thing I can think of to play with. We bring in the Dragon Claw. Now, I don't normally run a whole lot of Outrage Garchomps anymore. I just don't find the fun in Outrage. It locks you in for 3 turns, and then you can't really swap easy. So usually it's a Dragon Claw. We take out that Dragonite like there's no tomorrow. We slice through that thing like butter. So we feint it, it's gone. Latias comes in, I swap out the Garchomp, go back in for Uxie, because quite frankly, I really don't want Garchomp to get hit by that Draco Meteor. So the more times it uses Draco Meteor, the better the chances are that I'm going to basically survive. So we go back into Garchomp after Uxie faints. There it is. Garchomp's back onto the field. We're going to go for that Dragon Claw. There's no other option here. He's going to go for the Draco Meteor. That's just going to one-hit knock out my Garchomp. Of course, it's extremely effective against a Dragon-type, Dragon and Dragon. You know that whole story. We're down to our last Pokemon here, and it's going to be Infernape. Now, Infernape is kind of a cool Pokemon. I always used it since really Generation 4. It's a very favorite fire type. We're going to go in here for the Stone Edge. Stone Edge, of course, is not going to be able to go first, but we are going to get hit by that Draco Meteor. We're going to survive, and it's pretty much the only thing that I can say here is that because the special attack is so low, I was able to survive. If that was full power, there's no chance Infernape's going to survive. In comes Salamence, and we are then again going to go for that Stone Edge. We want to get that damage off onto it. We're going to be faster than Mence, and that is going to be the battle. So thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you very much, Hef, for the battle. Alright guys, so that is going to be a battle versus Hef Nasty with his Mono Dragon team. If you guys enjoyed the battle there today, be sure to hit that sub button, post your comments, and be sure to check out one of the other amazing battles above. You won't regret it. Take care, have a good one, and as always, peace out.